Hello, YouTube family, Facebook family, biological family, friends, and new acquaintances. I'm Carol Cortez on assignment, and that's called Mission Possible, to bless you and to bless me. Welcome to AHEAD. That's an acronym for Achievers, Happy, Encouraged, Accomplished, and Determined. I'm still covering the subject called Protecting the Jewel of Being You While Blessing Others. And we have a subtitle, and the subtitle is Stay Firm in Who You Are in the Journey of Life. We're blessed today to have an awesome lady who is going to share with you her journey to achieve all that she's achieved and to acquire all that she's acquired. And I'm very impressed with who she is. So please, if you would, welcome Jaime with me.
Thank you so much, Carol. And before we even get started, I've got to give it back to you. I mean, really, you have the sort of spirit where you are attracting in exactly what you want. And I love hearing your vision for how you're looking to bless people, not just within your immediate space, but your greater community and the world in general. The information that you have is powerful and it resonates on such a deep level. I know that it's going to reach exactly the ears that it's looking to have.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, to share a little bit about myself, I am an international award-winning martial artist. I come from a corporate background where I worked with a lot of executives and led a team of people, which was powerful and exciting because I love working with people.
Okay.
But beyond that, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I am a person striving for greatness in their own life, and that's just come from a place where I wasn't sure for so long how to make a decision for myself, how to feel confident in myself, and what I wanted. And that's where I started.
Okay. So, now, earlier you were telling me about the journey that you took in becoming the grounded woman, the confident woman that you are now.
Absolutely.
So could you share that with the viewers?
100%. So my journey is not unlike so many people's out there. I was told from a very young age, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and life will happen for you. But my parents were entrepreneurs. My father ran a martial arts dojo. He is a grandmaster. She had one Yamanaka in Okinawan Goju-ryu, jiu-jitsu, Shinoru jiu-jitsu,
okay,
and also in Kung Fu. So coming from that space where what you put your mind to is possible, that was a powerful place. But also recognizing that that was his world. So having to find my own place in a world that belonged to somebody else was a space that I had to grow into. It was a lesson I had to learn of how to not stand in the shadow of a giant, but how to stand on the shoulders and recognize that the role of a great sensei, and sensei, it doesn't mean teacher, it doesn't mean master, it means one who's walked before.
Okay.
The role of a great sensei is to make sure their students exceed them. And my father always said that to me as a daughter, as a woman, as a student, and to find that place for myself has always been the challenge, right? I never really wanted to exceed or show any disrespect, but finding my own place in that role was part of the challenge of me growing into who I am.
Now, about what age was it that you decided, okay, this is my father's world and I'm in it and it works well for me, but right now I need to find my own pathway?
Absolutely.
About what age?
Great question. So when I was young, like so many children, when you're forced to do something or when your parents tell you it's good for you, you don't want to do it. That rebellious spirit, that stubborn spirit has stuck with me for much of my life. So it was probably when I was 13 that I stepped away and I decided for myself, you know what? I see the value here. I know what it does to people's lives. I know how it will transform my own, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And that's when I decided to participate for myself. And the common thread throughout my life has been stepping back and then making a decision on what I see being valuable and then proceeding ahead with So,
Wonderful. So now you had earlier told me about a group that you are currently affiliated with that has been significant in contributing to the confident person
100%.
that you are now.
Yes, yes. So much of my journey is I started out in the martial arts, and then I went into corporate because that seemed like the golden egg. When you're told go to school, get a good job, get a good education,
Right.
you're told corporate's the way to go.
Right.
But that so many people, when they enter into corporate, they realize that you're not making a difference in people's lives. You're making a difference in a corporation's
Yes.
world.
Yes.
And what I wanted to do was make a difference in people's lives.
Mhm.
So that's again when I found an incredible mentor in the name of Mr. Byron Nelson, and he
Mhm.
runs the Matrix Group. Now, Matrix stands for making a team realize its expectations, and it's all the principles of a dojo just applied in a business sense. So we work together to get money out of the way, so that we can live our lives on purpose. Right? I think we can agree. Money's up there
Yes.
with oxygen.
Yes.
You breathe a lot easier when you have it. But is that what's stopping you from serving your greatest self to somebody else? From serving in the way that you're meant to serve in the world and to other people? How would your life be different? How would you spend your time? Who would you give your work into? Who would you pour into if you didn't have to stress so much about those things? So we found a vehicle, and I'm so grateful that we're a collective of entrepreneurs from all over the world who work together, and that powerful community has allowed me to rediscover, break down barriers in my head, and become a student again.
Wonderful. So we had talked about how your mentors that you have found in your lifetime, how they impacted your life, and what attributes did you find that you were able to embrace from those mentors?
That is a powerful question. I think one of the most important things that I've learned from my mentors and the traits is to start where you are. To not wait until you're perfect, to not wait until you're great in order to start doing something. We had this conversation where I struggled a long time with, I didn't want to do anything until I was great at it. I didn't want to share any of my gifts until I knew I was perfect, until there were no flaws. If you wait, you're missing out on serving somebody that needs it. And that's what I saw in my own life. I was waiting, and so many people lost on the information that I could be blessing them with. And a blessing isn't a blessing until you give it away, am I right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's not in waiting until you're perfect, it's start where you are and be coachable. Be a student, because you're on the path to greatness. If you have a vision of where you want to be and who you want to help, it is your birthright to do so, right? So start where you are and be coachable and bring people with you, right? Who here is perfect? But we are
Exactly.
striving for greatness, right? And to
Exactly.
create a community of people who are going together to make a difference in other people's lives, serving ourselves so that we can serve others, right?
Exactly. So it's like it's very key that you make certain that you have the foundation of who you are
Yes, absolutely.
before you try to encourage someone to find who they are.
Yes.
You know, we can contribute to one another, but nonetheless, that person has to explore on their own, like you did.
Make your own mistakes, fail forwards. Fail forwards.
And don't give up.
And do not ever stop.
Yeah.
Do not ever stop.
So, what are some of those key attributes that you found that you acquired from those mentors? Like, give us some clear examples.
Great question. The first one is to develop the confidence that you need to proceed. It's knowing where you want to go. And if you don't know where you want to go, find somebody else who you'd like to follow. Somebody else who's doing what you want to do, right? That is the first step. For me, I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't know exactly what direction I wanted to be in life, but I knew where my skills were. And I knew that I wanted to serve back. So for me to find that confidence, I had to do two things. One, I had to stop and realize that you are not your circumstances, right? If you are not great yet, it's not because your circumstances are preventing you from doing that. You are not your circumstances. You are great in and of yourself.
Exactly.
Recognizing that, doing that self-reflection, right? So the first one is knowing that you are not your circumstances. The second one is self-reflection, right? We are not all great at everything.
Exactly.
Pull out and praise yourself for what you are good at, right?
Yes.
And then the third one is develop the skills that you need in order to be the best version of yourself. And that comes from being coachable. So for myself, I am still learning how to learn. Being humble, but still staying true and being strong, right?
Exactly. You know, you had mentioned the Matrix group. Now, how would someone reach out to them if they want to be a part of the Matrix group?
Great question. The best way is probably to reach out to me directly so I can share some information. We were all about empowering people through knowledge, right? Just through education. So reach out to myself directly. You can reach me at email, which is jaime.yamanaka@gmail.com. I'll spell it my last name, YAMANAKA, and we'll include it in the details below because my first name also might be a little tricky. Or add me to Instagram, JamieLyn00, so JAIMELYN00.
Jamie, I want to ask you one very integral question. Nowadays, we have some people that are becoming frustrated with the life, their life, or circumstances around them. What would you say to them to encourage them to hold on, that the finish line is not there?
Oh, that is a great question. I mean, you know what? So many people get, myself included, you get lost in where you are versus you never know what the blessings around the corner are going to be.
Yes.
Do not worry about the outcome, worry about your output. What are you putting out into the world? Because literally you never know where that is going to take you. Stay true to that output as long as you are taking the steps you need in order to be your best self and give out the best to the world. That's what matters. That is where the priority is on, and the outcome will come. The outcome will come. You can have whatever you want in this world, it just might not be exactly what you want.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Jamie, I have been greatly blessed by meeting you, listening to you, experiencing the awesomeness of you, and I trust that my viewers will feel the same way, if not even more emphatic. And so I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy professional day to share all of these key footnotes with us so that we can incorporate it into our lives.
My pleasure. It is absolutely my pleasure. And everything that you're talking about here, this is a platform to soar. We have greatness within us. It is your birthright to be your greatest self, to serve at the highest level. And from that, it's about connecting with people who have information that they're looking to share. You are an eagle, sometimes you are just surrounded by pigeons, right?
Exactly.
So it's all about learning how to soar, finding your own wings, and rising up. You can do it, you can fight within yourself, fight for other people, and then turn around and show them how to do it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm excited. I want to thank you for listening in, and I want to also thank you for everyone who's given me a thumbs up and enjoyed the broadcast. Also, I thank everyone who has subscribed, and I want to say, please, if you would, leave me your comments, your questions, your suggestions. Reach out to Jamie and be in touch with her, and then join the band of people that are firm in who they are. It's not an easy road, but it's a road that can be done, and once you do it, you'll find that it is very enjoyable. Also, if you would, click on subscribe. And when you click on subscribe, also ring the bell. When you ring the bell, that way you'll get every upcoming broadcast that I load up to be published on my YouTube channel. Also, I want to let you know that I have at least about 23 broadcasts. 2 of them have 2 different titles. One is called Saving Money Successfully Simplified, and that's a series of about 14 videos. And then I have one that's called Investing in Corporate Stocks Simplified, and that has 2 videos. You'll want to check in and look at them. They're very informative. And right now we're doing, as I said, the series called protecting the jewel of being you while blessing others. And we trust that you have been blessed. So I ask that you please stay blessed, stay encouraged, and stay connected with me. And I'll talk with you real soon. Click on subscribe and ring the bell. Okay? Thank you.